Can you explain to us a little bit about this event and how things are going?
I sure can, Ashley. This event has been going fantastic. Again, this is the International Association of Registered Financial Consultants annual Collegiate Financial Planning Contest, and we're down to the final 3 contestants, the final 3 universities, and actually one university has 2 of the contestants in the final 3. Now, we had tremendous response this year, and we had to narrow down amongst many great competitors. Folks, we're here with David from Bryant University, and again, Bryant University was the winner last year. David, is that putting additional pressure on you guys now that you're competing in a competition that was won by your university last year?
Oh, it definitely does. I mean, we've got to take it home again for the 2nd year in a row, so we're hoping to do our best.
Well, what is the main thing you've, I guess, learned or seen in the financial planning competition that you didn't really expect or didn't realize was involved in this process to begin with?
I don't think I necessarily understood beforehand just how holistic it can be, that all of the aspects that you need to look at for to help someone with their financial security, going from insurance, estate planning, retirement planning, and everything that's involved.
Has this changed your opinion on the process itself?
I have a lot more respect for the work that financial planners do and just how much time and effort goes into the process and how much care it takes.
The overall financial planning process and going through step A to Z, what was the most difficult part of that process that you didn't realize was going to be so difficult?
I think what was difficult was when we got the case, everything is it jumps from topic to topic, which is, it kind of replicates a natural conversation you might have with a client. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you this. So I think taking all of that information, which there's a lot, and being able to piece it all together in a way that makes sense and flows and that you can gather all of it together.
How do you think participating in this contest is going to help you on your resume and also your outlook on the future in this industry?
Oh, it's definitely huge. I mean, I have a great interest in a financial planning career, and I think having entered into a national competition and to have done this and to actually have practiced by creating a financial plan would be a huge selling point on a resume and in an interview.
Any other comments about the competition in general?
I think it's been a lot of fun and it's a great experience, and I would encourage anyone who's thinking about it to definitely go out on a limb and try it.
Folks, David from Bryant University. Good luck, David. Folks, it's Coach Pete back again here, and we are with Dominique Verkamert, and he has been with the RFC. He's been with the RFC for over 28 years, and that's amazing because I've been there for like 6 or 7 here with the organization. I thought I was a veteran. You shame me.
Well, I didn't mean to.
Yeah, no, but 28 years is a long time with an organization. Why have you stayed with the RFC, and what caused you to start to begin with?
Well, I've looked at all kinds of different professional organizations. The CFP is wonderful. I never went the CFP route. I felt like the RFC was a much more encompassing, non-political type of approach at that time, and I have been well served.
Now, tell me, 28 years ago, when Ed Morrow came to you and said, I've got an organization called the RFC, what caused you to jump and sign on the dotted line with him?
Well, I would say knowing his ethics and his values was probably the main driver. Okay. Anything Ed's ever done that I've known of has been, really on the up and up, and it's always good to be on the same side of someone who has integrity.
Hi, I'm Ashley, and I'm here with Amy. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do for the organization?
I handle all of the membership for the IARFC. I also serve as the plan competition coordinator and interact with the students, with the sponsors, plan the venue, kind of everything that goes into it.
Now, Amy, is there anything that you would like to say to the corporate sponsors or the individual sponsors?
Well, I would like to thank the corporate and individual sponsors. Without them, we wouldn't be able to have a competition every year. The competition is purely funded by the sponsorship. And I really wish everybody could attend and interact with the students. The students are just amazing.
Well, we're very privileged to have a repeat performer back, Professor Mara, and she is from Bryant University. She has 2 of the final 3 contestants here in this year's competition. That's something to be proud of, I think.
Very proud of it. Very proud of our second year.
Yes, we had a lot of participants here in the semifinals, and you guys had 2 of the most outstanding teams going here to the finals. What's been your opinion of this competition in general?
I think it's a wonderful competition. I think it's a great opportunity for undergraduate students to get a first introduction into the industry. We have a lot of students interested in the profession, but we don't have an undergraduate CFP track or financial planning track, and this exposes them to it.
All right, folks, we're here with Victoria's teammate. Her name is Kristen, and she also is from Winthrop University. Did you find any mentors when you were doing research and everything? A lot of us past students have found people in their, I guess, at a school or outside in the community that have really helped them in this process. Have you found that to be true in your case?
Yes, I know we weren't allowed to, I guess, ask for advice or show anyone the case or whatever, but we actually went to our advisor, and he kind of helped us with it, not necessarily giving us advice, but just guided us through it to let us know we'd be okay just for the parts that we haven't learned about. So.
Well, I know how to be one of the final 3. You guys had to participate in an online version of explaining your plan to us. How did that make you feel to be talking to a camera instead of having their clients right across the table from you?
It was actually very funny right before we were preparing and everything there were papers flying, we were all nervous, we were pacing, and it was the second we got on the camera, it was like I felt calm and I was confident, and it was different. We could see you guys but couldn't hear anything obviously, but I think I did well as opposed to maybe like speaking in front of you.
And folks, we're here with Dr. Philip Gibson, and he's from Winthrop University. Welcome in.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Now, how did you find out about this competition for your students?
Well, this competition was one that I previously heard about while I was a professor at the University of the Incarnate Word in San Antonio, and we participated in the competition there about 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yes.
As far as the software, let me get your opinion on that software that they've been using for the competition.
It was very good software, very user-friendly. The students were pretty much able to use it on their own without any assistance from me at all. So they're able to figure it out, and I think that's a plus when you have something that's so user-friendly.
Well, if you could go back in a time machine, and this was available back in the day when you were in school, would you have done it?
I definitely would. You know, competitions like this is a great experience. It definitely gives the students exposures and the ability to show what they're actually learning in the classrooms.
Well, we really appreciate your cooperation and your participation in the event. The professors are our best friends when it comes to this.
Yes, looking forward to doing it next year.
I'm a financial professional myself. I use software, and I know they supplied some software for you guys in the competition. How helpful was that software for you?
The software was very helpful. It helped us bring a lot of really logical conclusions to what we were doing. I know that we hadn't had any kind of prior experience with it, but it was a good learning experience, definitely.
Yeah, cool. It's always fun to learn software. It's almost like tying your shoes. It was hard to do for a while, and then it's second nature after a while, isn't it?
Exactly that. Mm-hmm.
Now, one of the things, last year we had this competition in Las Vegas. This year it's in Charlotte. What do you think about the competition here in Charlotte? Have you liked the venue?
I do. I like the venue. I also like that it's very close to my school. It was a quick drive-in, so it wasn't too bad, but the venue's beautiful. The Charlotte Motor Speedway is absolutely stunning, so it's been really great.
Have you ever been here before?
I have never, and this is my first time, so I'm excited to be here.
Cool. Thanks a lot. Well, folks, I'm here with Nick from Bryant University, and again, his professor has been outstanding. Myra is an awesome professor. I mean, you had the winning team last year, and so there's pressure on you, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
Well, you did an outstanding job in the semifinals. I remember you presenting to us, and you're a solo. You've done it yourself, right?
I have, yeah. Unfortunately, my partner had to drop out early on, but I took it upon myself to do the best I could.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is the main thing you've learned during this competition? What have you, I mean, if you could put your finger on one thing that's been real advantageous about the participating in this competition, what do you say it is?
I'd say access to, I guess, real life information. This is an experience you don't get in the classroom. Only something I would have gotten being in this sort of competition. So I'd definitely say the real life experience.
If you could put your finger on one of the things that was the most difficult thing in this process, I mean, you know, it's one thing to say you're going to do a financial plan, but when you get into it, I mean, what was the most difficult aspect of that?
I'd say understanding how in-depth financial plans need to be, and it's more attributable to how much you want to make of it. A financial plan could be as in-depth or as simple as you make it.
All right, folks, we're here with Stacy. She's from Bryant University, and she's one of the participants, one of the finalists here in the financial planning competition. Stacy, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Welcome to North Carolina, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, how do you think this competition has benefited you in your overall, I guess, opinion of the financial world?
I would say it's definitely broadened my view a bit because at Bryant sometimes you feel a little bit narrowed within the finance realm. But I would say it's definitely a great experience. I learned a lot.
Now, how do you think appearing in this competition and being in the finals will help on your resume?
I think it'll help a lot, really, because I think this competition is extremely beneficial. I learned a lot. I learned about estate planning, investments. I learned about insurance. I never knew anything about insurance before. And not only does it help you with your resume, but throughout your life, because you have to plan for your financial needs as well.
Well, folks, the competition's over. Let's hear from the winners. How do you guys feel?
Great.
Yeah, this is awesome, man.
Worth the effort?
Definitely.
absolutely.
We worked
Absolutely.
so hard.
Would you tell other people to do it?
Definitely.
Oh, yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
definitely
Of
well
course.
worth it.
What's the one main thing that stuck out about the whole competition that you've gained from this and it's going to help you in the future? What do you think?
I would say the professionals. It was great to meet them. It was great to hear what they had to say. And honestly, I think I'm going to follow through in a lot of the advice that they gave me.
Okay, how about you?
I would absolutely agree that some of the professionals and the RFCs that came here, they had great advice. They were great people, also friendly and welcoming, and just some of the advice and perspectives that they offered from all of their experience was very valuable.
Well, folks, it's Coach Pete, and I'm here with the mastermind, the guy behind the RFC. His name is Ed Morrow. He's chairman, he's CEO. He's done everything over the last, I don't know, how many decades, Ed?
A couple of decades.
A couple decades. Built a real big thing here.
Right. Well, we've had great success, a lot of people helping, a lot of hard work.
Yep. Well, tell us about this financial planning competition that we've just gone through. I mean, it's getting more and more popular, isn't it?
Well, it is. We're getting a lot of attention. We had more students enroll in the program this year. The plans were actually better produced, and the delivery here at the finals was just superb. All of them were well prepared, well delivered, very articulate, and it was very difficult for the judges to make a decision who should be first, second, third. We wanted really to award everybody a first.
Well, it was a tough one. I was a judge too, and it was so close. I mean, I didn't know who was going to win until they announced it.
No, I didn't either. And they've all done a lot of hard work.
Yep.
And it's a testimony to the fact that the profession of financial planning is growing. When you're getting students coming out of school already doing the caliber of work superior in respect to many experienced financial advisors.
Well, how valuable is this experience? When you think about it, when I was in college, we didn't even have this as a degree choice, and now we've got this competition where not only can they go to school and learn it, but they can actually practice this field before they even get out.
Well, they can, and they can produce these plans. Every one of them had to produce a comprehensive financial plan that had all of the categories of the importance that are part of doing planning for individuals. They had to produce the plan, and I want to tell you, it was tough to choose from the plans because they were well done.
In my 23 years in the financial planning industry, I haven't seen plans as good as this many times. I mean, the students actually take more time and they're better prepared a lot of times than some of our peers out there.
Well, because they're not positive about the results, they do the research to find out what's really the case.
Yeah.
And as a result, we had some very surprising recommendations. Some of them really showed that they've had a good education.
They haven't developed the industry biases yet, have they?
No, they didn't have any. There was no bias in favor of any particular planning technique or any particular product. They were just flat objective, and that's what you want.
Well, let's talk to the folks out there, because we've got another planning competition coming up. It's every single year. What would you tell the universities or the students who are thinking about maybe participating? What's one thing you could tell them, a reason why they should?
Well, first of all, I think that the professors should participate more aggressively. These teams all had substantial support from their school and from their professors. And some of the people that participated, those who didn't make it to the finals, it was obvious they hadn't had the participation from the faculty. We're trying to reward people for being good students and to reward, but with recognition, the schools that groom those people. But we aren't going to have that kind of a result if the faculty doesn't get involved. That's the biggest weakness to this program, is faculty involvement.
Well, folks, we'll see you next year at the next competition. Hope to see you there.